It's Monday, January 18th, and you're listening to the Three Nerds in a Basement podcast. I'm Vince.
I almost said Blaven. I'm Anthony.
This is the Geek Chic Culture Show where we talk about all the cool things in the world. No Blaven this week. He is...
on life duty.
Busy, we'll say.
Yeah.
Because he's always busy. He's got that busy lifestyle.
He likes to keep it busy.
He does. Which is good. We, on the other hand, are free enough to record a show about junk.
Check out all this junk we did.
Yeah. So let's kick it off. This week, I watched something cool.
Wait, are we doing a review?
No,
okay.
We should on this because I know we both watched this. This is the Kylo Ren SNL skit.
Oh man.
This was on last night as of this recording, and man, it just perfectly captured why I liked Kylo Ren.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It took all the things you knew Kylo Ren was deep inside, and he just showed it to you.
Yeah, and it was like, oh man, he really is like this angsty sort of, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but he's that character. Everything that we make fun of him for, he delivered in space.
One of the characters in that skit explained it perfectly. Kylo Ren is a punk bitch.
Yeah.
And they showed why Kylo Ren is a punk bitch.
And I loved it. Oh man, it was so good.
So yeah, if you guys don't know, just check it out on YouTube. It's SNL Kylo Ren, pretty much.
Yep.
And he was there was a parody of Undercover Boss.
Yeah.
And it was Kylo Ren was like, I gotta see what my First Order dudes are doing
at Starkiller Base.
Oh, it was so good.
It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot, and it was a good way to start off this week.
It also made me think about the viability of Saturday Night Live now.
Yeah.
To where, like, do they need a TV show? Like, is the TV show holding them back?
Oh, you think they could just survive on YouTube clips and stuff?
Because, a lot of people watch late night show, the clips only on YouTube or on their website. Like, if they just had a Saturday Night Live website, do you think that would be better?
It depends. It's tough. I mean...
Without seeing, like, what their actual viewership is like the actual stats, like, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
But everybody I'm talking to, again, but I'm part of a younger generation, but it's like, hey, we're watching this all on YouTube or all on this SNL website.
I didn't watch this on TV either. I watched it the day after. Because it was in like a newsfeed or something. Or just through my social circle. But, that's a bigger question.
It is a bigger question. It just made me think about it, and I was just like on this tangent.
It's not quite restricted to SNL. It's TV in general.
Yeah. But I think SNL has like a very special thing because it's a skit show, right? And you see so many skits now on YouTube.
That's what YouTube is.
Yeah, it's just skits.
Like all the biggest YouTubers are generally, if they're not vloggers, they make skits.
Yeah, and if you could have like TV production level skits, do you think that's like a viable business strategy?
Yeah, it's tough to say. Probably, I would say no. I still think they get paid way more with their advertisers. Probably. Because who's the biggest star on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
PewDiePie, he's making, last reported, he hasn't cracked 10 million yet. And I bet SNL makes way more money than that.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Okay.
Just from advertisements alone. Of course, they have to pay out to actors and stuff, but yeah.
I bet it's still better.
Yeah. Even though they're not getting as many views or whatnot, or they get more money. Yeah.
TV's still weird.
Yeah, I mean, we're moving to that age now where people don't necessarily have all the channels. They just subscribe to the channels they want now.
My parents, who are like 55, 60, they were like, maybe we should cancel cable.
Yeah, see?
Because everything's on the internet. And I'm like, whoa!
Yeah. And I think, because, like, you know what, like, cable is expensive, but I think about all the, like, different subscription services there are. And if I were to subscribe, even if I just wanted the ones I wanted... Like, if I took Netflix... What else is out there?
Crunchyroll.com.
Okay, if I just took Netflix, Crunchyroll, and Funimation, that's almost $30. And that's almost basic cable. Right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I feel like my parents always complain that, like, even basic cable is too much. Like, they have to pay, like, close to $100 for it.
Oh, I guess if you have...
If it's maybe HD channels?
Yeah, that's true. And, yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right? Like, nowadays we're moving to that age where you subscribe to very specific things, but I think the pricing will eventually match up to what cable is today.
And then that thought made me think of an even broader thought.
Here we go!
Of like...
Existential Anthony.
Exactly. Is us picking our own entertainment detrimental to our growth? Because it's like, if we're only picking the things we like, we're never going beyond our boundaries and trying new things. It's like, I only subscribe to Crunchyroll because I only like anime, but then you don't know what's out in other subscription town. Yeah. Right?
That's true.
I got real existential over the week.
That's true, but I think that's, I don't know. I think anime is very specific, because, like, if you subscribe to Netflix...
It's probably a bad example, but I just use it as an example. It's the first thing that came to mind.
Because even within Crunchyroll, like, I subscribe to knowing the types of anime I like, but it ends up I watch more anime that I usually wouldn't, right? So...
But anime itself is still a small segment of media.
Yeah. That's why I think that when you think things like Netflix that has so many categories, I think that's okay. Because Netflix could substitute for actual TV.
Yeah, okay, they have enough.
Right?
Yeah, probably.
And in America, I know it's kind of crazy in America, because there they have everything I just listed. Then they have Hulu. They have HBO Go and stuff, and they have all... I think in the States, every one of the major networks has their own subscription service. So that if you just want their shows and their stuff, you can get it. And I suppose if you got all of them, then, well, you're paying more than cable.
Every time I go to the States, I use Hulu.
Hulu's amazing.
It's really good.
Hulu's amazing. Hulu has some, what do you call it? I've noticed, I'll talk about this later, but it's a new anime season, right? And usually things get divided between Funimation and Crunchyroll. Before it was just Crunchyroll. But now, like, it's not a lot yet, but there's some that are like, Netflix exclusive now.
Yeah, I saw a Netflix exclusive anime on the Netflix queue once. I was like, what is it? It was like a Pretty Cure type thing. Yeah. But still, I'm like, wow, they're just all diversifying.
Yeah, like, what do you call it? Like a Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans. Those are on Crunchyroll and Funimation, but if you watch them there, they're a week behind. And I thought it was just some sort of licensing agreement with Japan, but it turns out the partner who has it for, like, day and date release is Hulu.
Oh, wow.
So they have it first. And then everybody else gets it. So, yeah. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah, man, that's a broad ass topic that
we could talk about forever.
Dedicate a whole episode to.
But we won't. I just can't wait for the days when I can subscribe to video games. Like when PlayStation Now becomes a viable experience.
You know what? I understand that will probably be a future.
That is the future.
But I want my physical media.
I know you do. We talked about this years ago. We talked about this every year.
Every year.
And I remember the first year you were like, nah, never happening, blah, blah. But slowly, you're being broken down.
No, like, I know, but I want my physical media.
Slowly. We're getting there, Anthony.
I'll pay that premium.
Listen, 5 years from now, it's going to be like, all right, I'm cool. And then physical copies will just be a special thing for your birthday.
Man.
That's it.
I wanted the expansion to StarCraft 2, Heart of the Swarm. And I found it.
I can't wait for the days when physical copies of games becomes like such a limited thing and premium thing that you have to shell out like hundreds of dollars for one game.
I already have to do that.
Yeah, but you're going for old games and stuff.
No, but even like current games, they're like $79.99. Like
that
might as well be $100.
No, I mean like when they're like $300 for a game.
That's when my collection really.
And I could be like, but Anthony, just subscribe for $9.99. You get them all.
But like, listen, why go bankrupt with my new premium video game business? I got all these assets I can liquidate, so I get a debt.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, yeah, that's true. Anyways, on to our picks of the week.
Oh yeah, no, SNL skit.
Good stuff.
Yeah, do recommend.
Good stuff. 5 stars.
5 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars. Picks of the week. I got some Marvel TV show news.
Okay.
So you know that show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I do.
I think I talked about earlier that they're going to do a spin-off from it.
I think so.
It's called Most Wanted.
Mm-hmm. And Need for Speed Most Wanted?
No, it's not.
Is Razor Callahan going to be there?
It's not quite that. Anyways, it's I don't know if you know the character Mockingbird. She was on the show.
I know of her.
Her and her partner, Hunter.
Okay.
This British dude.
I don't know of him.
Is he British or is he...
I know Huntress.
No, it's Hunter.
Okay.
Hunter's a dude. Anyways, they're kind of like... Let's see.
Is it like Ant-Man and whatever her face is?
No, it's not that cool. It's like... Oh, here it is. It's like Black Widow and Hawkeye.
Okay. Oh, movie Black Widow and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only Mockingbird's not quite as good as Black Widow, and instead of Hawkeye having a bow, he's just a cool mercenary. Okay?
Alright.
They're like the TV show version of them. They're arguably one of the cooler parts of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Anyway, they, it was rumored they were going to leave the show to have their own show. And they got it. It's called Marvel's Most Wanted, and it's probably going to be cool. My only thing is, I think they're such a strong part of the show that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D's going to have like a hole now they're going to need to fill.
Do you not think they could fill it?
I don't know. It's tough. I mean...
Like, is there anybody in the Marvel lineup that hasn't been used that you think would be...
I bet there's tons that aren't coming to mind, but for me now, it's like they feel like such a part of the family.
Okay.
That... I don't know. I guess it's like watching the kids grow up and move on.
Oh.
And it's kind of sad.
They moved out for college.
Yeah.
And got their own career.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
How sad.
Yeah, but I mean, hopefully this new show is good. It'll probably introduce a lot more of the characters, and that's cool. But yeah, I look forward to it. The other thing is Jessica Jones got renewed for season 2.
I watched a single episode of Jessica Jones this week.
And how was that?
She's mean. She's not like a nice person.
Yeah, none of them are.
So far, Jessica Jones seems like the meanest, but...
Yeah, she's pretty cynical.
She's so mean.
Yeah, she's kind of
She
mean.
put that guy through her own detective window.
Well, he didn't... She did a job, and he didn't pay her, so...
That's what you do.
Yeah, man.
You put their head through.
What would you do? I'd do the same thing.
All right.
But, yeah. Jessica Jones Season 2 is cool. And then in video game-related news, I saw that... I think I talked about earlier that this year is Pokemon's 20th anniversary. They're reissuing the original set.
Yep.
But... they've got those new special edition Pokemon 3DS
with the special edition faceplates.
That looks tempting.
It looks really nice. I don't have a new 3DS yet.
That's the thing, though. It's the new 3DS.
It's not the XL.
Yeah. And I don't know how I feel about going to a smaller screen.
You could just buy it and then have it.
I'm past that. That was old, Vince.
Look at your PlayStation Go. What is it? Your was it PSP Go?
Yes, yeah. That was the last time I did it, and that's why it was the last time I did it.
This is cool. You just flip it up once and down.
Yeah.
You're like,
oh, what am I gonna do with this shit?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way to just if I had 2DSs, like I could sync up the data on the two. So it's like, oh, I want to take this one on the go because it's portable. I want to take this, but now I want to play on the bigger screen because I'm home.
Yeah. That sounds super convenient, but you know who's against convenience?
Nintendo?
Yep. There you go.
Japanese in general?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
They don't want convenience features. Nuh-uh. As complicated as possible, my friend.
True.
Maybe that's not true. I just think the Japanese, they tend to overthink the easiest of problems.
They're not a fan of Occam's razor.
Sure.
I'll say that.
Yeah, that's a good statement, sure. Why not?
There's no one in that company who's like, but guys, Occam's razor. They're like, no!
What are you talking about?
We need systems on systems, and we need you to go through loops to get there.
Yeah, not enough menus. That's Japan in a nutshell. But, yeah. I think those are the major things that caught my eye this week. Yourself?
For me, it was just a bunch of release dates. So a bunch of things got release dates this week. Mm-hmm. So the first one's an old game. Bayonetta 2 is getting a standalone re-release on the Wii U. So when Bayonetta 2 first came out on the Wii U, it came bundled with Bayonetta 1. Like a Wii U version of Bayonetta 1.
They're taking out...
So they're taking out Bayonetta 1, and they're re-releasing Bayonetta 2 for $29.99 American.
Why?
I don't know. It's a good game though. It's like I think it's like the best game on the Wii U.
That seems weird. They would make it like an inferior version of. Is it like a director's cut edition, or is it just Bayonetta 2?
No, from what I get from this article on Polygon, it's just Bayonetta 2.
Oh, that seems weird.
But Bayonetta 2 has a lot of game in it, anyways.
No, I mean I get that Bayonetta 2 is a good game.
But it's just weird that
yeah. They must have lost a license or something.
Maybe. There's a whole bunch of like business stuff that probably we don't know. The other one is the Odin Sphere HD remake.
Oh, yeah.
Was it Odin Sphere Luftrausers?
I just call it Luftrausers.
Luftrausers?
Yeah.
Odin Sphere Luftrausers. It got announced for June 7th for the PS3, PS4, and PlayStation Vita.
It's a bit later than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's like kind of just on the cusp of summer.
Yeah.
And This is for all versions, even the special editions. So they have that storybook edition that has.
You getting that storybook edition?
It might be pre-ordered already.
Wow.
I don't know what to say. There might be $5 on our coupon on a receipt somewhere. Shit. It looks really nice. And then the last one is probably the biggest one is Pokken Tournament for the Wii U. The Pokemon Tekken fighting game is coming out in March. It is going to be with
this March.
Yeah, March 18th.
Oh, Friday.
Mm-hmm. That's Nintendo. Nintendo releases on a Friday all the time.
I thought they released Pokemon on Sundays.
Do they? Maybe this doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, the Pokemon fighting game is coming out March 18th. I don't know if that Pokken Tournament controller will be the same date or not.
Oh.
I can't possibly see it not being the same date.
Do you think there's going to be a bundle?
I wouldn't doubt it. But again, this is Nintendo, and we just said convenience.
That's true. It's true, Nintendo.
But yeah, so we got some new game releases, and I'm excited for this year, even if one of them is a remake. So
yeah, this is all first half stuff.
Yeah, this is all stuff also on the Wii U. So I'm excited that more stuff is not all of it. Odin Sphere is on PS4, well, PlayStation only. But most of it's for Wii U, and I'm just excited that there's more stuff to play on my Wii U.
That's true, yeah. At the moment, Wii U isn't selling at all.
What? It's good. It's the best out of the 3.
No, man.
Yeah, it's got the best games.
Not according to those, financial reports.
Quality over quantity.
No, apparently not.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Or else people would be buying the shit out of that.
I'm really disappointed, because that system is a critic's darling.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, whatever.
No one wants the old shit.
But this new shit.
It's perceived as old shit.
Oh, man.
I heard an interesting theory.
All right.
So you know how, speaking of the console wars.
Yeah, no, it's important. If you don't support the PS quadruple,
right, then
you're schmuck, right? That's what I heard on the internet.
Something like that.
That's what I heard on the internet.
Apparently, they're like the Axis power, right? Mm-hmm. And they're just destroying the Xbox at this point.
Exactly. Oh, like if you own an Xbox, you're a scrub. Like I don't understand.
And the Wii U's over in Hawaii just
chilling.
Well, fuck all. Anyways, I heard this thing. You know how so when NX, we don't know when it's going to launch or whatnot,
mm-hmm.
but I think it's a safe bet that it'll launch before the next iterations of PlayStation Xbox.
Yeah, I can't see PlayStation Xbox coming out with a new version in like a couple years.
I heard this theory that Microsoft, at this point, they're at that stage where like it would take a miracle for them to catch up in sales.
Yeah, no, this is PlayStation 2 Xbox original area.
So what if Xbox cut their losses now, introduced a new system at the same time as the NX?
Oh, that'd be shady as F, man.
Like, and I thought about it, I'm like, one, if they did that, I can almost guarantee it'll be, I think, hardware-wise, I would say superior to whatever the NX is.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that because of how Nintendo's positioned themselves and it's Microsoft.
And how Nintendo's talking about the NX. It's like, it's a portable system, but it's also a home system.
Yeah.
Like, so how powerful can it really be?
Yeah. And people always want to buy the new shit.
Yeah.
And, like, just from a marketing standpoint, that would, like, it would either cut potential growth of the PS4, because then it wouldn't be the new hot shit anymore.
Yeah, it'd be the old shit.
And then we get a step ahead. I mean, it's totally up in the air, but I just thinking about it, like, that would be pretty crazy.
So they're going to try to pull a 360 then?
Yeah. Like, they're trying to redo that whole thing.
They're like, oh, it worked last time.
Yeah.
Okay. But, man, that would suck for Nintendo so hard.
Yeah.
Because if they're like, hey, guys, we have this system that is on par now.
Yeah.
But even if they do it on par and Xbox doesn't release like a new system, like, how much of a sell is that? Again, it's like, that's not the new hotness. You just released a new thing that is on par with the old stuff. Yeah. And I already have the old stuff, so why would I buy the new shit?
Yeah. But yeah, no, so that whole, like, speculative, hey, check it out. Microsoft also has a new system.
Maybe they're just going to release it, and they're going to cut your business.
Yeah. That would be something. Something to think about, Microsoft. Get in touch.
I don't know where Nintendo is now with systems. Because, like, it makes me wonder if, like, one day there's going to be a Nintendo where there's not, like, a Nintendo console and I'm playing Nintendo games on a PlayStation or an Xbox.
Yes.
Because, like, the Wii sold like crazy, but it didn't have any, like, follow-through, right? Everybody bought it for Wii Sports. And then and no developers like supported it, even though there were so many system sales of the system because nobody was buying other games. Then the Wii U just kind of fell on its face.
Well, to be fair, the Wii was also half the price of the PS4.
True.
Whereas the Wii U is not that much cheaper than a PS4. Mm-hmm. And at that point, you're just like, well, I pay $50 more. I'm going to get a PS4.
Exactly.
So that's tough. It's a tough sell.
It makes me really excited to see what the NX is and to see like Nintendo's potential business strategy for this.
Yeah. I hope it's cool. Like the idea of a console that's also a handheld, that's like the dream.
It's the weird Minority Report future, or not Minority Report, but like it's the weird future tech. It's like I'm out on the go, I'm on the bus, and I'm playing this, and I come home and I plop it down into my system, and I play it on the big screen, but it looks better.
Or is the same.
Like if it already looks good, and you're just like, it just up-reses, that'd be really nice too.
That's the dream, man. Because then I could go, like, you go on trips. Like, there was no handheld, no console. It's like, I have one experience, and it's always awesome.
Well, to be fair, you can bring your Wii U on a plane.
Oh, shut up.
You can plug it in.
Shut up. You gotta fly, like, first class to have all the room for that stuff.
Or you just gotta fly a long trip. Our trip had plugs on it.
Yeah, but dude, there's no space for, like...
You just need the gamepad, and you put the Wii U on the tray.
Even, man, there's no space for anything on that flight. We were cramped in there for 13 hours.
True.
Like, it was... I could not imagine doing that with a game system.
Just having a straight Wii U on your... Okay, yeah.
Lighting a fire under my seat because it's so hot. There's no ventilation.
True.
But, yeah.
So yeah, Nintendo is in a weird spot. If Xbox actually does have a new system to just be like, hey, motherfuckers... Welcome to the Xbox One 360.
Yeah. Xbox 321, let's go.
What if it's called the 361?
Oh, man.
And it's just like, it's an upgrade, but it has all the features of the Xbox One.
What? No, I'm gonna fuck you up now. What if it was called the Xbox N?
What?
So you would have the NX and the XN. Just really fuck with Nintendo.
Oh my god! It's better than Xbone. That's for sure. That's mean.
I could just imagine that Christmas. Hey, I'm looking for that XN. I mean, the NX. I mean,
which one? I bought you the one. No, I wanted the other one.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just like thinking back in the day. Like it'd be really exciting to have Nintendo as a lead console.
Like the Super Nintendo era?
Yeah, like a Super Nintendo era type of thing. That'd be really fun. Because, like, as soon as PlayStation came around...
Oh, yeah, you didn't have a Super Nintendo.
No, I didn't. And, like, well, I played only Nintendo in the Super Nintendo era because I only had NES.
Yeah. But you didn't have anybody, like, who knew?
I had a friend who had a Super Nintendo, and I played at his house a lot.
Right, that's right, yeah.
But, yeah, it'd be really exciting to see Nintendo as, like, a actual competitor. As in, like... Other than these little kids that are hiding behind the big boys.
Yeah. What do you think this would be different?
I think that Nintendo would have a lot more, I guess, freedom to try their crazy shit.
What do you mean? They have all the freedom now.
I think
they made Splatoon.
Oh man, that was such a risk though. But I feel like I could get more of things like Splatoon. Like the thing here is like I only have Splatoon. That's the only weird thing on there.
I don't know. I think what you're asking for is a bit of a contradiction because if you want all the risky stuff, that stuff doesn't sell.
But I feel like it's like the Ubisoft model. We sell all these imagined babies, right? Yeah. And to fund the cool stuff.
But all their cool stuff is really just one game.
It is. It's just Zelda.
Sure. Sure.
I don't know. I just want weird Nintendo back.
Yeah, because like in the Super Nintendo era, when Nintendo was king, it's not that they had... It's not so much that they had risky stuff. They just had games. Just had regular games. They had Final Fantasy 3.
It's a good game.
Chrono Trigger.
That's a good game.
Super Mario Kart.
Some would say those are the best games.
Yeah, it's like looking back, I think I would throw in with the Super Nintendo era as like that's a pretty good era of games.
There's still a lot of good games.
Like that Double Dragon, you know?
Double Dragon Battletoads.
They had Final Fight.
Super Mario World.
Oh yes, the best Mario. Yes,
the second best Mario game.
No. You're right. It is.
I played the second best Mario game at a LAN party the other day. Someone brought a Super Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
To the LAN party, and I was like, sick.
No one brought Mario Maker.
No one brought a Wii.
You know why?
No, someone brought a Wii with Project M on it.
Oh, that's fucked up.
And I'm like, oh man, competitive Mario Party, I love it. And then everyone gave me like a side eye.
Yeah, they take it seriously, you know?
They do. They take it so seriously.
Don't be stupid, man. You don't walk into the lion's den.
All right, tangent. Know what I love doing at LAN parties?
Tell me.
Stomping noobs.
At?
Anything.
Okay.
So, like, there were these guys there who just started talking trash. Like, man, like, I'm so good at this game, blah, blah. We were playing, like, Trackmania. He's like, I'm ranked, like, 300 in North America, right?
Wow.
I beat him every single time. They never beat me. And I just turned to my friend. I'm like, hey, man, did you know that I'm ranked 299 in North America? And he's like, shut up! And then they tried to fight me in fighting games and I beat him. Oh, I love stomping noobs. It's fun.
Wow. You are mean.
I know. It's great.
Not like me, man.
No, you're so nice.
Yeah.
We've heard all those stories of how nice you are.
Yeah, my acts of generosity. Yeah, I'm the best.
You saved those kids money at the Walmart. You saved them.
I always save. I'm looking out for others, you know? Just letting them know that don't waste your time on toys.
So yeah, Nintendo.
Poor Nintendo.
Poor Nintendo.
Oh man, you only made Mario.
Oh, you only made the biggest franchises and now you don't know what to do with them.
Boo fucking who? Where's my F-Zero?
It's on the Virtual Console.
Fuck that shit.
It's called Fast Racing Neo. That's where it is.
I heard that game wasn't that good.
I heard it was actually pretty decent.
Like, I heard the mechanics behind it are great, but there's not much of a game behind it.
I heard it's like a $20 game, so I
Yeah.
heard like it's lacking in tracks.
Like everything.
Tracks and cars.
It's like there's one really good track, and then that's it.
Yeah. But if you buy it and support it, they could do DLC.
Just put fucking Captain Falcon's face on it, and I'll buy it. God.
Oh.
It's so easy. I don't know.
John Riccardi on his Twitter recently, or on his Instagram recently, posted up like an original Japanese F-Zero kart.
Oh, wow.
And I was just like, man, Vince would love this.
I would. I would love an F-Zero kart. Like, burn.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Stick it in my muffler.
Ugh. It makes you go faster? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's a boost?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I don't know if that's street legal, but sure.
Actually, I think that would be pretty cool if I taped it on front of my license plate. Like at the front.
F-Zero?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Someone would just steal it. The person would be me. Like, hey Vince, check out this new card I got. Why? What?
I'll drill it into it then. So it's unusable.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
You like that?
No.
Sounds good.
Sounds terrible.
Penetrating those game cards.
Ah, stop!
Yeah, man.
Gross.
The crunch. It's nice.
Crunch.
You know, when you drill into it, goes.
Ugh.
Yeah. It's nice.
I don't like this conversation anymore.
Why not?
I want to change topics.
Okay, let's talk about games we played this week.
Do it. Wait, you played games this week?
I did play a game.
What?
I have something to confess here.
You played a game?
I broke free of Destiny.
Oh man, welcome to the club.
The curse.
I recently deleted the install data on my PlayStation for it.
Wow. But to be fair, TJ and Mikey haven't been around, so
True.
I'm sure when they call on me, I'll back.
I also haven't been there to finish the raid, so
yeah. But yeah, no. So I took this opportunity to play those games I bought on Boxing Day.
Which were?
Well, I didn't get to play all of them.
Okay.
I picked one.
Which
because
was?
what do you call it? In my spare time, I've been listening to the Bombcast Game of the Year stuff.
Okay.
I finished it yesterday.
You finished all the podcasts yesterday?
I finished all of them yesterday.
Okay.
And
so how do you like Super Mario Maker being the best game of 2015?
I think everybody knew it was going to be the best game.
Okay.
On that
site?
Yeah.
Okay.
The way that... Let me put it this way.
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, no, actually, finish your thought, and then...
Okay. Jeff Gerstmann runs that shit.
He is the boss!
Jeff Gerstmann doesn't fucking shut up about Mario Maker for this whole year. How could it not? Even he said, he's like, if it's not, we're going to be here for a while. And when he's the boss, I don't really think, no matter how solid your argument is for Metal Gear, it's just not going to happen.
And for a while means until I fire you.
Yeah. So, going in, even from episode 1, I'm like, it's going to be Mario Maker. Probably then Metal Gear, considering how much they love that. Mm-hmm. So I was more interested in where Tomb Raider would place. Which I was pretty happy. Number 6.
How do you feel about... So what I wanted to ask was, how do you feel about their placement of The Witcher? Because that was like, they... I felt like they put it on there because they felt like they needed to put it on there.
Sounds like it.
Not necessarily that they enjoyed the game. Because, like, none of them finished it, and, like, everyone talks about it on that site, talks about it. It's like, no, there's like a really good game here. I just don't want to play it. And, like, to me, that's not Game of the Year material.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that if you're gonna make one of those lists, I think one of the requirements is you beat the game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and if you can't beat it, if you don't beat a game because you lose interest, then I don't think it's worth of anything.
Mm.
I still think it's my Game of the Year. But
Okay,
then again,
you beat it though.
I did put like 100 hours into it. So yeah.
All right, and the last one.
Tell me.
What do you think about Invisible Ink? Sorry,
I never even heard of that.
it's like a real roguelike, but it made the list.
I thought that was kind of bullshit.
Okay, it made me want to play it. I kind of want to play it.
Like, I think Austin's the coolest guy in that crew, but no.
You think he's super pretentious?
Yeah. When no one else played that game, and he's like, I need this to be here because it's my favorite. It's my baby. It's just like, and they're all like, well, you're the new guy this year. We'll throw you a bone. Number 9.
Also, you have a PhD, so you'll probably debate this to the ends of the earth.
I was like, whatever, fuck it. You got the pity vote, whatever. You got your game on the list.
Okay.
Yeah. But overall, the list turned out how I expected to. Except for Grow Home. What the fuck?
I don't know how that game is on any list ever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how it's on personal lists. It's not like it's fine. It's not bad. At least I don't think it's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe atrocious is a bit hard.
Atrocious is like a 0 star. That is like a Rogue Warrior level.
Yeah, I guess out of 5, I would have given Grow Home, from what I played, like a 2.
Like a 2 out of 10?
Out of 5.
Oh, out of 5.
Maybe
okay.
no, like a 1. 2 or 1, somewhere there.
I would give it like a 3.
Sure.
It's fine.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. They talked about a lot of games on there.
They did.
They talked about a lot of games. And at the same time, when I finished, PlayStation's Essential sale went up. Mm-hmm. With a lot of essential games I must play. Like things that, I don't know.
Like Chrono Trigger was $3.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, on the PS3?
On PS3, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I didn't see any of those.
Okay.
Anyways. They talked about a lot of games, so I thought about Rebel Galaxy.
You play Rebel Galaxy?
No.
Okay, I was like, whoa! Space trucking!
Sounds good. Sounds like my type of game.
You can't be a pirate, you're a trucker.
I know. That's why. when I looked at it, I'm like, oh, you're a trucker. That's changes
It's almost a pirate.
Yeah, it's like, you're not.
I feel like you should just play Eve and then give up on video games.
Yeah. And then I saw Gone Home finally had a console version.
PS4, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I really wanted to play this game in 2013. But it's now 2016. And I looked at my library and I'm like, oh yeah, I bought Life is Strange.
Oh, nice.
I spent $10 on that a couple months ago.
Like a season pass?
Yeah.
So you have all the episodes?
I have all the episodes.
Man.
And I am halfway through episode 3.
How do you like it? So that game has been on sale multiple times.
Yes.
And it's been like so tempting, but like I just think of Telltale games.
So, okay, the number one thing I like about this game is that it doesn't feel like a Telltale game.
Okay, good.
Like, that was my biggest fear. I'm like, I hope this is not just Telltale where they give me that wheel of choices all the time. Mm-hmm. Like, when you talk to someone, you always have a choice. It doesn't really have that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the game is about the mechanic is you can rewind time.
Okay.
And I don't mean like, yeah, rewind time, we'll say. That's better. It's not time travel, it's rewinding time. And you can only rewind moments. So you can't like go fully into the past.
When you rewind, is it like a thing where it's like I'm standing outside of time and things are rewinding around me?
Yes.
Or do I rewind with
No.
time?
You stand outside of time.
Okay.
So like if you grab an object that you needed earlier, like 5 minutes earlier,
and then you go back,
you still have that object.
Oh, okay.
So that's how you can change things.
But
so,
then does that mean there's 2 objects?
No, you have it.
Oh, okay. So like time just corrects itself that you have it. Okay,
yes.
all right.
Yeah. They don't really explain how the time mechanic, like the nuances of the time mechanic. It just sort of works.
Okay.
The way it works. Yeah, but it's about a girl, and she lived in this small city of Arcadia Bay, when she was a kid. She had a best friend. She moved away to go to the big city because her parents got jobs in Seattle.
Okay.
But she came back because that city was known for having this really prestigious art school.
Okay.
And so she goes there for photography and stuff like that. And yeah, and it's about her life coming back there, but she finds out that she can rewind time, and at the same time, she sometimes travels to the future or has visions of a tornado just destroying the city.
Okay.
So the end game is, how are we going to stop this tornado? And in the meantime, you're dealing with general high school life problems. Like Like, that's what it is. At first, I didn't realize it was high school, because they made it sound like this is a very prestigious program that you get into after high school.
Okay.
But apparently, it's like the final year of high school.
This sounds like anime. This is like, oh, you're in Gakuen Academy, and you're in the prestigious of prestigious, but it's high school.
It is anime, but if anime were done in the West and by a very hip indie studio.
Do you think, is this like, if I were to characterize the studio, would the studio have like thick rim glasses and a goatee?
Yes.
And sit in a Starbucks with a Mac?
Yes.
Okay.
There's a lot of Sia going on in the background for music.
Really? Actually Sia?
Maybe it's not Sia, but it's that style of music, right? Very like, it's not so indie that it's indistinguishable, but when you hear it, you're like, these are the indie stars who are about to make it big.
Okay.
Right? So yeah, a lot of acoustic jams, but I really like the tone of it though. Like it's very relaxing to listen to and play. At the same time, and it's all about your choices. It's a game about choices. Let's face it. Mm-hmm. It's one of those games where your choices matter. But the cool thing is, you can always go back on your choices and pick the other route.
Huh.
You can't see which route ends up where. But say like you pick something and you're like, I changed my mind. Like 2 seconds later.
They don't make you commit.
Yeah, you can go back and then commit to the other one, and then after you've decided on the one you want, then it'll carry forward.
Wait, so can I be like, oh, I don't like this choice, go back, pick the other choice. So say there's A and B. I pick A. I'm like, I don't like A. I go back to start and I pick B, and I'm like, I like B less than A, so I go back and I can pick A again.
Yes, but you can't see how the outcome plays out. It's like if they give you a choice, they'll start talking, and when that sentence ends, that'll be like, she'll have her own moment, and she'll be like, and she'll question herself on her decision.
Oh, okay.
And then you can be like, do I want to go back and see what the other one had to say?
It sounds like a gamer's nightmare.
Yeah, so you're and the way she thinks, she always gives a really justified reason as to why you should have picked the other one.
Huh.
And so you're just sitting there being like, fuck me.
Why are you so insightful?
Yeah.
Ugh.
And that's, okay. That's kind of, okay, one of my issues with the game, though, is she is the main character. What the fuck? Her name's Max.
All right.
And she's kind of like an introverted high school girl, kind of geeky. She calls herself a geek. She's a bit nerdy.
Okay.
She loves her Polaroid versus the world of digital photography, right? She loves taking selfies and shit.
As high school girls do.
Yeah, but she's very, she does not want to talk to anybody. She's very inclusive. Which is kind of weird, because even though her character's like that, you spend 100% of this game walking up to people and getting all in their business, being like, yo, what's up? What's hanging? Like, she's talking to everybody, because you just pick yes, talk, speak.
Okay.
But then in the cutscene, she's like, I can't break out of my little barrier of wanting to be more talkative to others or social. And it's like,
okay,
girl, I'm bringing you everywhere.
Yeah,
like,
we talk to every NPC in this game.
Yeah,
okay.
So it's a bit weird that way. That's like the only thing. It's also very ugly. I don't think this game is very pretty to look at.
So it doesn't look like the hottest graphics, but like the art direction seemed really cool. Like, does that not make up for it?
See, I don't know if it's the art direction or if that's what they had the budget for.
Oh.
It's hard to tell if it was purposely done this way.
Okay.
Because when you look at not the cover, but the icon on the PS4, and you see, that Polaroid of her face? Mm-hmm. I thought the game was going to look like that.
But it doesn't.
It looks 100 times worse.
Oh my god.
It looks like a really good PS2 game or an early PS3 game.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's that bad. But I'm having tons of fun with it. I mean, you have to deal with bullies. You gotta deal with different cliques and stuff. Yeah.
You have to click on the cliques.
Something like that. Yeah. It's cool. It's unlike The Walking Dead, where you always feel like shit's on the limit, or it's very serious. This is definitely more closer to home. You're dealing more with social problems with your friends and stuff.
Okay.
Dealing with chicks who are suicidal, and again bullies, joining parties and stuff.
Okay.
Choosing between your old best friend and your new best friend.
That's what's the beginning of Beyond Two Souls felt like. Mm-hmm. It's like this girl, or Ellen Page trying to figure out who she is. Cause
yeah.
She's this thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, this sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a coming of age story.
All right.
She's trying to figure out who she is in life and whatnot. And you only get trophies when you get the secret photos, selfie shots.
Okay. When you take secret selfies, then you get achievements? Yeah. All right, sure.
Yeah. What was the other thing I was going to say about it? Puzzles are pretty interesting.
They're puzzles?
Like, you have to rewind time and do stuff to figure out scenarios.
Okay.
Right? But I think that's someone has to figure a way around this, because in order to do, like, to get everything in the game, or, I don't know, with these adventure games, generally, if you talk to everything and examine everyone, like, if you're real OCD about that, you'll probably do everything in the game that you need to do, right?
Okay.
And I don't want to have to do that, but at the same time, I feel compelled to do that, because it's a game.
Yeah.
And I wish, like, this game wasn't so reliant on that.
And I bet, like, well, the fact that you can rewind your choices doesn't really help.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I'd say if you were to play it, try and be very organic with it. Like, play it as if you were that person. I wouldn't say go around and hit X on everybody, because it might take away from the experience. I don't know.
Yeah, like, if you were that person, be like, I don't want to talk to this guy. I'm going to go over here.
Or, like, because it lets you examine, like, everything on the walls and stuff, too. It's like, you may find some of the coolest secret things out there, and it sucks that a lot of it is like, yeah, that's how you get the trophy if you looked at this little thing.
Yeah, okay.
But at the same time, it's like, I don't know if that's really the best way to play it.
So do you think that this story is being hindered by
the fact that it's a game?
The fact that not even the fact that it's a game, but the fact that people developed it like a game. Right?
Yeah.
Like, interaction there's no problem with interaction.
Right.
But if you take, like, traditional game aspects and try and put it into your serious story, then it kind of takes away from your story.
Definitely.
Is that, like, the issue here?
Yeah. And there's a lot of, like, I was surprised. There's a lot of scenarios where, like, someone will text Max and be like, hey, meet up in 15. Sure, I'll be there. And then I just spend, like, an hour, like, looking at, like, going into people's rooms, looking at, because you live at a dorm. Okay. I went into every girl's room, and I'm like, well, I'm going to check everything out. And I spent, like, an hour, and it's like, oh, right, yeah, 15 minutes, I was supposed to be there. And, like, I don't get called out on it. Like, I wish I would get called out on it.
Like, it's like, you're late for class, or why were you so late?
Yeah, like, or like, I thought we had breakfast planned, it's already the afternoon. It's like, I wish the game did that.
Sorry, I was peeping in people's dorms.
Yeah, like, I wish I would get punished for taking my time.
I bet in this game you could, like, write that away, though, even if you did do it. Right? You'd be like, oh, I spent too long checking these dorms. Better go back in time.
Probably. I guess I do wish that the game, I guess, just played a bit more with, like, the fourth wall, the fact that this is a game and that I'm doing things that are a bit unrealistic for the character and the setting. Okay. I think that's my only issue. Like, I could get past the art style, I could get past a lot of the writing.
And that's a fair complaint. Like, if you were watching a movie and this character described himself as like, oh man, I'm so secluded and I don't like talking to people.
Yeah.
And then the whole movie he went around talking like, hey man, what's up? Yeah. What you got? What's going on? Like, then the next cut, it's like, man, I wish people would talk to me. Like, you can't.
Yeah, like, it's so weird. But yeah, that's my experience with Life is Strange. I'm gonna finish it. I think it's worth sticking on with.
Well, yeah, you're already halfway.
Yeah, for $10, they're long episodes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they're like 2.5 hours each. I mean, I'm not rushing, but I'm also not taking my time. Like, I'm probably doing the bad thing of doing them all in one sitting. I should probably take breaks. Because towards, like, the last third of each episode, I'm kind of just like, God, get it over with. Let's do this. Come on, let's go.
That's what I did with the Walking Dead chapters.
Yeah.
Where I was just like, I'd just mow through a whole chapter, right? And then I didn't take a break in between chapters. I'd be like, oh, next day I'm going to do chapter 2. And then I'm just like, oh, I'm done.
Yeah, I should really do it at my own pace now instead of trying to, like, burst through it.
No, I definitely want to play this game now. But I think the next adventure game I'm going to play is Tales from the Borderlands.
Yeah,
because that was on, like, that one sale, that holiday sale. So
yeah,
I get that.
Yeah, but hopefully I finish this sooner rather than later.
Stuff's coming out.
Well, I got a good month.
Okay,
I got a good month of Fire Emblem, so
true.
Then my life's gone.
Has that special edition come up yet or no?
Apparently, you know what? The special edition did go up the day it was announced.
And then just immediately was sold out?
Yeah, that's why it's unavailable.
Oh, man. Well, I have an Amazon email alert.
So do I.
It will tell me if it is in stock.
I am willing to get TJ to go to the States and get me a copy.
Can I also...
I might even drive down to Windsor just to do it with him.
When are you doing this? Can I come?
Probably that weekend. I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
But, yeah. I did that. Do you want to talk about video games first before I talk about anime?
Sure, because I can talk about anime with you
okay, good.
later, too. So I also played video games.
I'd love to hear them.
The first one is... these are stuff I picked up from... what's it called?
Japan.
Boxing Day. I'm going to do Boxing Day first.
Boxing Day.
So Boxing Day, I picked up a whole bunch of games, and I started Just Cause 3.
I heard a lot of mixed thoughts on this one.
It's more Just Cause. It's on a grander scale. Traveling is like... So if I want to, like, really minimal... Like, not minimalize. What's the word I'm looking for?
What?
I don't know. Whatever.
Minimize?
No. Yeah, minimize. Chance uses minimize. Evasion rises. If I really want to simplify this game, here we go. Okay. It's more Just Cause. It's Just Cause 2, but bigger, better, badder, uncut.
I think you're talking about the Gears of War 2 slogan.
I think I'm talking about this. I was trying to reference the South Park movie.
Oh.
But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's Rico Rodriguez is going back to his hometown, and he realizes that, or he notices that this tyrant, something Di Ravello, he's a dictator, a very charismatic dictator.
Okay.
And he wants to keep this island nation under his thumb.
Yes.
And Rico's like, nah, I'm going to join up the rebellion and free my hometown, pretty much. The only thing is that Di Ravello has this like super mineral. It might as well just be unobtainium, and it allows him to do like cool shit, like have tanks that have like impenetrable shields.
Oh, so he has vibranium.
Yeah, he has vibranium.
Ah,
right, but it's like an energy thing. And so yeah, it's like a mineral that produces like energy and lightning, and
wow,
it's weird. And you can like make force fields with it.
Fuck.
It's video game.
Okay.
The one of the main differences here is you have a lot more maneuverability with because you get a wingsuit. Oh yeah. So now, as before in Just Cause 2, you would just strap on the parachute and then just glide everywhere.
Yeah, you get the grapple gun.
But now you have the wingsuit, and the wingsuit you can still just like fly. You can pretty much fly because you just grapple the ground, or you grapple something higher than you, and you pull yourself, and then you get more momentum.
Just glide?
And you just glide forever.
Like Batman.
Kinda. But the parachute now is more for aerial combat. So if you want to glide, it's a lot slower than the previous game, and if you want to like pick off enemies from above, or just like scope out a base, you kind of just pull out your parachute and check out the surrounding area. There's a lot of freedom, a lot of shit blows up. It's a video game.
Yeah.
And it suffers from like I don't want to say unplayable frame rate drops, but very noticeable frame rate drops.
Oh yeah, I heard the console version's kind of shit.
Yeah, so there's certain bases. So like when you get to a base, you can overtake this base, and you pretty much have to destroy all the exploding barrels.
Wow.
When you destroy all the exploding barrels of various sizes,
the base explodes?
Yeah, you have taken over the base.
Oh.
And then you move on to the next base. And when you take over all the bases in a certain area, you liberate that area.
Oh, okay.
Right? So like an area could have 7 bases.
Sure.
And then you do those 7, liberate the area, move on to the next place. But like, yeah, when stuff starts getting like fast and furious and explosions start happening real hard, it dips pretty hard. It's a smooth dip. Like you're not just like slideshowing it, but you're going like sub 20 in some points. Like there are part where
sounds rough.
I would press the fire button on a rocket launcher and be like so button. And I just see this missile go in slow motion, and as soon as the fire effect ends, then the missile's like and then just wrecks people.
That's good.
I know, right? The other thing is that they have a lot of mods in this game. So mods are like, don't think of mods as like a PC mod.
Oh.
It's they're mods on your powers. So like you have like you pretty much have like unlimited C4, right? But you can make that C4 have rocket thrusters before it explodes. Okay. So like you strap a couple of those to a car and it flies into the air and it propels itself into something else and then it blows up.
You can make a car fly?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh.
Some guy made a cube container spin on its axis and just like stand on a point, like perfectly balance it. It was weird. And the mods are all you can like turn them on, turn them off. But the way you get them is through mini games. And a lot of them aren't that fun. And to get certain mods for certain aspects, you have to do the mini games of that aspect. So if I want more parachute and wingsuit upgrades, I need to do the parachute and wingsuit mini games. If I want more weapon and destruction stuff, I have to do the weapon and destruction mini games. And eventually those kind of get tiring because it's like some of them are just like, okay, you liberated the space by blowing up all the things. Now do the minigame where you blow up all the things again, but this time you're scored.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of them aren't that imaginative or interesting. The wingsuit ones are really fun because it's like you start off at a really high area and you just got to go through these rings, but the rings go through like really interesting terrain and stuff
wings?
Like kinda, yeah. So you go under bridges, you go through tunnels, through mountain crevices and stuff. It's really cool. And it's like it's kind of whatever. It's fine. It's not bad. It's still a pretty good game, but it's nothing to like shout home about.
Cool.
Right? And then the one that I've been really loving is one I got from Japan called
this game.
La Petite Princess Twinkle Star Sprites.
This is the shoot 'em up battle.
It's a bullet hell versus game.
Yeah.
So this is a Neo Geo game. I was told that this is the second game in the series because the original came out on Neo Geo.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
And so this is the one on the PS2 is actually like a sequel pretty much. And so how it works is it's like a fighting game. You pick a character, your opponent picks a character. They all have different stats and different shots and stuff. And what happens is that you guys both get identical patterns. Well, identical patterns if you both pick the same difficulty. Mm-hmm. Enemy patterns. And when you blow up those enemies, the more efficiently you blow them up and the more enemies you chain together in kills, you throw a bunch of different shit at your opponent. And then at the same time, you're filling up power meter at the bottom, and you can send like special attacks over. You can send them like a boss if you have enough, right? And it's just really fun because matches are very fast.
I noticed.
Yeah, you're not even if you're playing with someone who like also knows how to play, like
it's quick.
It's really quick, and if you guys do last too long, like a little cartoon Grim Reaper starts coming down, and he's like, "Listen, you guys have been playing too long. You guys are too good. I'm gonna start trying to get you."
Oh.
And it's just, it's really fun. I wish there was like an English version. I wish this had more of an appeal over here. It really probably hurts the fact that it's all like little magical girls.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very Japanese.
It's very Japanese.
Yeah, it's that side of Japan that people like are kind of almost ashamed that they like.
Yeah, so in today's day and age, I think that means something different. It's not like they're not like little girls that are super sexualized. It's just that they're little girls. Like it's not like this elementary school girl has huge tits. It's like no, she's fully clothed and everything, but she's still like a little girl.
Yeah,
and people don't really want to play as that. There is one like he's like a Gurren Lagann cat. He's a cat with a red scarf and he stands on top of a robot with his arms crossed. That's pretty cool.
So would you play it if it was like Marcus Phoenix and the Master Chief going at it?
With
Kratos? Kratos?
Maybe, why not? It's really fun. It's just
I think that would make it lose its appeal.
Really?
Yeah. Because like a bunch of burly dudes.
A lot of it is the fact that it is so bright and colorful.
Yes.
It's really fun to look at as well as play. Yeah. It's just a really good game.
I am surprised there is no like Street Fighter variation of this.
Yeah, right.
They made a Puzzle Fighter.
Yeah, it's the closest thing I can think of is Puzzle Fighter.
Yeah.
I know King of Fighters had a bullet hell a while ago. I think it was like a free phone game or like a free PC game. But that didn't have like a versus mode.
Yeah. It's kind of surprising that they didn't use the Final Fantasy franchise on this type of game.
Really?
I think they could have done it.
Like an Energize type thing, but bullet hell.
Sure, yeah.
It's the same thing. Reason I like Tetris Battle Gaiden.
Because you're fighting someone?
Yeah, it's just like, they're really quick matches. They're really simple concepts.
Yeah.
And matches go by so fast that you're kind of... It's always that one more attitude.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, come on. We'll just play one more match. Like, it's not that long. It took us 3 minutes to finish this. Let's just go. Right? And it's the opposite of fighting games where there is depth there, but you don't need to know that depth to have fun with it.
Right.
Right? Like, you're still blowing up stuff. You're still shooting dudes. Mm-hmm. You don't have to have that super deep knowledge to have the maximum amount of fun with this game.
Right.
It is a PS2 game, so it's kind of old.
And
it did cost me like 45.
Was this the one that was like 40? Oh, it was for 40.
Yeah, it was like 4,500 yen. So like,
it's pretty expensive.
I would say like 50, 60 bucks here.
Yeah.
And you also need a Japanese PS2.
Wow, that's a lot of work to play this game.
It is a lot of work. There is, though, I heard on Silicon Era, the Japanese PlayStation Store is releasing that as a classic, like a PS2 classic. You know how we're getting like Dark Cloud 2 and stuff?
Yeah.
So if you have a Japanese PSN account, which is very easy to make, you can actually download this game.
On your PS3?
On your PS3 or 4, I think.
Oh.
Are PS2 classics PS4 compatible?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, if they are, then it's also PS4, but it'll probably work on PS3.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Okay.
PS2 works on PS3.
I downloaded, like, Suikoden 4 was on sale. And that's a PS2 classic, apparently. So
on your PS3?
Yeah, my PS3. So
yeah, I was going to say, because I have Persona.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, it should work. So it's La Petite Princess Twinkle Star Sprites. It's the girliest title in the world.
I know, I was going to say, yeah. Yeah, okay, sure.
And when I brought it to a LAN party, I got a lot of looks.
As you should.
As you should, but like people would play it and they'd be like, this is just fun. This is just a good game.
It's good.
And it's a shame that more people don't know about it. SNK makes cool stuff. Or at least they did.
Do they still make games?
So for a while they just focused really on pachinko and pachi slot. But now they've released a company statement saying that they're shifting focus back into games. And they're getting out of the pachi slot and stuff, that area.
For a while, they were just King of Fighters, right?
Yeah, it was just King of Fighters and Final Fight. And then it's like, hey man, check out all this stuff we got. And sometimes they'll just abuse the Metal Slug license.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Cool.
I saw a movie.
Tell me about it.
It's called The Revenant.
I want to see this movie.
Leonardo DiCaprio. You could have saw it if you just bared that not a snowstorm.
It was a snowstorm.
There was no snowstorm.
What can I say?
Okay, so it's Leonardo DiCaprio. Dude gets betrayed. He's a trapper. He gets betrayed by one of his, I guess, confidants, like one of the people he's working with. Left for dead in a forest, pretty much. And he has to survive the winter to go get revenge for a thing that happened.
So, hold on. What's the time era?
It's not Wild West. Maybe it's Wild West, like Red Dead, little earlier than Red Dead Redemption. Like they're still like pioneers of the land. Like they're not living in cities. It's like, here is this base camp we built out of wood because we cleared out a forest.
Okay. And
like Native Americans are still being like, what are all these people doing here?
So like 1800s?
Yeah, we're gonna F them up
because
they're taking our shit. And it's a really, I didn't expect it to be so raw.
What? From the trailer, it looks like it's gonna be the most raw shit.
It is the rawest shit.
Yeah,
it is rough city.
I bet.
There are like, if you're not a fan, I wouldn't say animal abuse, because like no one's abusing animals, but like animal mutilation. They just straight show it.
Do you think real animals were hurt in the making?
No, they're all clearly CG.
Okay.
Everything is clearly. Anytime an animal is in a precarious situation, or there is an animal that it's like, how the hell would they get a wolf to do something? It's like it is very clearly CG.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah. But it really shows the savagery of that time period, like that time period of like what people were doing to other people in the vein of owning this land.
That's fucked up.
It's really harsh. The opening scene sets the whole tone of the movie.
Oh, that's good. So you know you're walking.
So like there's like 5 minutes of like calmness, and then some shit just goes off the rails.
That's good. That means that, because if you guys didn't know this, you have 30 minutes after the movie starts to return your ticket.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So yeah, like from the get-go, you kind of know what this movie's going to be about. But so much shit starts happening to Leo's character that it just keeps escalating. And Tom Hardy in this movie plays the best asshole. He is on the level of when I was still first reading like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and like I really like Dio because Dio is just a villain. Like he does what a villain does. There's no redeeming qualities. He's just a prick. Yeah. Right? And that's what Tom Hardy's character is. He's just this total douchebag, out for himself, doesn't give a fuck about anything or anybody other than getting that money. He's like an 1800s hustler.
Sounds like Tom Hardy to me.
And yeah, no, he plays those roles really well.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's like if you can't handle like gore, if you can't handle like animal mutilation and that kind of stuff, like it's kind of rough.
All right. Here's the real question though.
What?
Is Leo gonna take the Oscar?
If he doesn't, I don't know what.
Okay.
I don't know what else would do it.
All right.
Because this half of the movie, Leo does not talk.
Oh really?
Because he's by himself. It's
That's
all
true.
acting.
Why would he talk?
It's all portraying what he is feeling through his acting. And I've never been lost in that movie. Like it's like, oh, he's acting like he's in pain, and he's in pain. Like I believe it.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, also their emotions too. And...
Yeah, and their emotions, what they're feeling of situations, when they have flashbacks and stuff. Like it's just all acting. I don't know what else could take it. If he doesn't win it, I will be like, there is a conspiracy that Leo will not win an Oscar. Like he's never going to win an Oscar because I can't think of another movie that really portrays, like really tests an actor's ability.
Yeah. Than
this movie.
That's good to hear. I will check it out this week.
It's also pretty artsy. There's some scenes in there where it's like, I'm watching like a French independent film.
Huh. All the better.
Yeah, so there's like some artsy scenes in there. I heard a bunch of people complain in the theater that was like, oh, this is really artsy fartsy for me, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm just like, it wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't like a clown flipping a pancake. It's sad. Like,
oh, okay. That's not artsy. What? Okay. That's more comedic, but okay.
Okay. No, I was quoting a Simpsons episode.
All right.
But yeah, it's really good.
I'll check it out.
It's a great movie.
I'll definitely check it out if I don't check out Star Wars.
Again?
What do you mean again?
I thought you've seen it like 3 times now.
Maybe I have. Okay.
Maybe I have. Maybe I want to see it 4 times. Get off my case. It's gonna be on Netflix soon. Just get a Netflix subscription and then you're good.
I'm buying that movie. You know this, right?
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I watched an anime, but I'll let you talk about your anime first.
All right, so I've been checking out all the winter 2016 premieres.
Okay.
There's a couple that I like, a couple I don't like.
Stride.
I like Stride.
You recommended it last week?
Yeah.
Everybody, that show's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good.
I watched the opening. I watched the first episode 3 times.
Yeah, it's
good. Really good.
You thought running couldn't be any more exciting? Well,
the slow motion claps when you're just like, and then just reach it.
What I don't get, this is the only thing about Stride I don't understand. Why does the second runner, like the guy who takes over, why does he have to start and like so far away from where they do the slap thing? Like, why isn't he just on the line?
Because you have to be running in relation to each other. Because it's the relation.
Like, no, I get that. Like, there's a stretch of runway or something.
Yeah, like an area that you can tag your teammate.
How come he's just not standing like right at the start and he runs the moment the other guy gets there? Like, the way they make it sound is like he starts like a mile away and then he also has to get there to relation it.
I don't know. That's just the sport, man. Maybe it's more efficient that way, because you're already running, right? And then you...
No, because, okay, in the second episode, they do a thing where the relationer is... The guy, like, the second guy, he has to, like, run across a bridge first, and then make a sharp left turn.
Huh.
While the first guy just has to run straight.
I don't know.
And it's like... I wish they would explain that bit a bit more. But the good thing about the anime is it seems to move quick. By episode 3, which is gonna air in like tomorrow when this airs.
Okay.
They're at their first meet.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, they're at their first meet, and they're
so it's like Yowamushi pedal fast.
Yeah, they're like, we're here, and that I think that just means like, yo, we're just gonna focus on
racing.
Cool. Like that's all I want.
Man, in the first episode when he does that like handspring over the rails, when he does like the triple hand hop.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I was like, I wish I had the upper body strength for that.
Yeah, and they just keep going and they're like, well, fuck. But yeah, so that's a good anime. Like, and there's a couple. I don't know which ones I want to talk. Oh, maybe I should talk about a bad one. Should I talk about a bad one or a good one?
Talk about whatever you want, man.
All right. What was the worst one?
We gotta inform people of not only the good things, but the things to avoid.
Okay. So you know there's this trend in the past couple of years, and we can all attribute it to Sword Art Online. Yeah, I know there's other ones before that, but the whole anime that takes place within a video game.
Okay.
That's like that.
I attribute that to Dot Hack, but that's just me.
Sure. Sure. And there seemed to have been at least one every season since then. Mm-hmm. This season's is Phantasy Star Online 2.
But that's an actual online game.
But it's also an anime now.
Damn.
And it takes place at this school that's clearly sponsored by Sega because their mascot is Sonic's head.
Oh my god.
And the student council president finds this boy and says, I need you to be the vice president because you have good grades and you're reliable and you're like the jack of all trades. Like, you can do anything. You help out all the sports committees, so I need you to help out with student council. Your first assignment is play Phantasy Star Online 2.
That's not an assignment. There's some kid in the class who's like, oh, Bernard, I've been doing this on my free time.
Yeah, and the reasoning is the school, it's a boarding school. Mm-hmm. And so, like, all the kids live on the school dorms, and they're like, the student council understands that the body of students love Phantasy Star, but the school wants to ban Phantasy Star. So she puts him on this assignment, and then he has to write like his experience playing the game and show how it doesn't affect his grades or anything.
This is like when my school banned Pokemon cards. Yes. And we wanted to make an argument to why we should still have Pokemon cards.
Yes. Anyways, he's never played Phantasy Star, so it's the him playing Phantasy Star.
This is just an ad for Phantasy Star.
Yeah! It says it, Phantasy Star Online 2, the animation. I mean, if you didn't know what Phantasy Star was,
man,
they all play. It's cool because they love to promote the fact that you can play on your, is it Vita? Yeah, it's Vita.
PlayStation Vita?
Or your PC, and there's cross-platform play.
Oh my gosh.
And they love to show that off. It's pretty trope heavy. It's actually pretty bad.
Shameless. It's also shameless.
Yeah, it's like, it's not very good, but I love Phantasy Star. Phantasy Star holds a special place in my heart.
Okay.
Because for me, it was the original Destiny.
But that was good.
Not really.
What, Phantasy Star Online? I love Phantasy Star Online. That was fun.
You know how Destiny lacks content?
Yeah.
Phantasy Star Online only had 2 maps.
Yeah, but back in the day, that was all the maps.
Like, it was, like... I remember talking to TG being like, you know... We never complained about it, but we were always like, how come this only has, like, 1 map? And then we got episode 2, and we're like, oh, there's the other map.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Like, the fuck? But yeah, so it's not very good. I don't really recommend it. It's...
Even as someone who loves Phantasy Star, you're like, nah.
No, like, it's...
Like, this isn't like a Gundam Build Fighters thing for you.
No, it's not even, like, stupid fun. It's just not good.
Okay.
And that breaks my heart.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That's sad to hear.
But yeah, sadly, Phantasy Star Online, like, maybe it'll get good, but so far it's just so... It's very formulaic. Like, we've been here, done that. All the tropes that you know are here, and blah, blah, blah. So yeah. And I think at this point, the whole concept of, oh, let's take our anime takes place inside a video game is kind of dead.
Okay.
Like, it's old news. But that leads me to my second anime, and the one that I totally recommended to TJ just before we started this. Mm-hmm. It's called Grimgar and the something of Ash? Book of Ash? Actually, I can't remember what it's called.
I can look it up.
It's, I know it's in our podcast thread.
Yeah, keep talking. I'll look it up.
Anyways, like I said...
Got it.
What?
Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash.
Fantasy and Ash. Okay, so, like I said, the idea of having an anime take place inside a video game is kind of dead. What's come up in place is our fantasy world is very video game-esque, and we don't know if it's inside a video game. That's sort of the new...
The new hotness?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the new status quo. Okay? This is one of those. It starts out, they're in this fantasy land, and it seems like as though everybody has amnesia, and they just get there, and they're starting out their, what are they called? Their adventuring career.
Okay.
You know, like, they go up to a place, they figure out what kind of person they are, and they go to different guilds, and they become that first class. But they don't know if this world is real or not.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes they'll say things like, "Man, where's my cell phone?" Wait, what's a cell phone?
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, no. But it's probably, I think this season it's my favorite thing just to look at because it looks like Bravely Default.
Oh, nice.
Like it's got that like watercolor, soft pastel-y style backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
They're not super deformed, chibi style characters. They're regular anime characters. And yeah, it's about a group of, how many is there? Like 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're a party. It's kind of like Final Fantasy 1 in that there's just a group of people. They've all picked a class and they form together and they're starting their adventure. But you know how in Final Fantasy, or any RPG for that matter, you are, or your set of characters are always going to be the heroes who are going to save the day?
Okay.
This is kind of like that, but it flips it and says, what if you're not really as awesome as those games put out to be? And let's just say you're regular people, like not in a comedic sense, just you are just regular dudes. And you go out there and you have to deal with the struggles of just life in as a broke adventurer just starting out.
Are there like people within that world who are like the god characters and you're
Yes.
like, man, I wish I could be that guy.
Okay, so at the very beginning, all these people just get transported somewhere. Or like they just wake up somewhere.
Okay.
And all the tough dudes, all the macho dudes and macho chicks, they form a band and they become the heroes and set off on the journey. But we follow the story of like the people who weren't selected for the elite group.
Oh, okay.
And so like a lot of the first the first 2 episodes deal with them like they can't even defeat like goblins and shit.
Man, they suck.
Yeah, and so when they get to when they finally like there's like 5 of them, they corner a goblin. This goblin's kind of just wrecking them. But when they finally get the opportunity to like kill them, it turns into like a story of life and death, and they understand from the goblin side like this is a real thing. Like they just want to live, and it turns into like this very kind of sad sort of.
Like, do they look at like a scared goblin being like, "Oh no," and
yeah,
then they're just like, "Well, we can't."
No, but the goblin is also not like like weaker than them. The goblin is like on the limit. It's gonna kill them if they don't kill it.
Oh.
And like some of them start to shake, some of them can't fight, and some of them get stabbed and stuff. Like it's fun. It goes to those places of like, hey, what if shit was real, and this is how you would really act? You wouldn't be a hero instantly.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And then it's not about going on the adventure. It's just living in that world. I'm sure it'll get there eventually, but right now, where it is, it's just a fun little happy medium.
All right.
And I dig it. And then there's other stuff too, but I'm still questioning the other things I'm watching right now. I don't know yet what to say.
If they're good or not?
Yes.
What's the rule for you? What's the episode limit?
3.
3 episodes?
We're at second weekend for the season.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so by next episode, I should have everything I want to know either cut or stayed with me.
All right.
This one will probably stay with me though.
It sounds good.
I'll see it through. The only problem is it's based off a visual novel. And when things are based off of visual novels, you know that like after 12 episodes, it's like, did it actually end? Is there going to be a second season?
Do I have to read the visual novels?
Yeah,
now?
I was like, fuck. Yeah. Manga just started for it too, if you want to read that instead.
Okay.
But yeah, no, those are my anime explorations this week.
All right.
Yourself?
I got 2 animes. One bad one, one good one.
Oh, good.
So I'll start with the bad one.
Tell me.
It is called Himoto
Umaru-chan.
Yeah.
Chan?
What?
Yeah.
Is that, I get that right?
Umaru-chan, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It is about a girl who is like the pinnacle of high school girls in public.
Yeah.
So like in public, she is just like helping old ladies across the street.
She's Queen Bee.
100%. Blonde hair, tall, pretty. She sparkles when she lives.
God, I need to meet a girl like that.
Right? And she just, everybody thinks she's the hottest. She's the bee's knees.
Yes.
But when she goes home and she's with her brother,
oh yes,
she turns into like pretty much like a hikikomori.
Yeah.
Like she puts on a bear or a squirrel costume or a bear costume.
Her onesie.
Yeah. She turns into a super deformed version of herself.
Yeah.
And she just drinks cola.
Yeah.
And plays video games and is the brattiest brat that ever bratted.
Yeah.
And so I gave it the 3-episode try.
Oh.
I gave it the Vince patented 3-episode try. And it is not good.
Hold on. You should have given it the TJ try.
What's the TJ try?
He gives 6.
6?
Yeah. I'm like, dude, you're halfway.
That's committed,
You might as well finish it.
Oh, man. So, like, this show is not good. I understand its popularity. Like, I see this show in the same vein as I see K-On! Like,
oh, okay, I see that.
It's super adorable.
Yeah.
But like, out of 3 episodes, there's no substance. It is just, here's a bunch of references to things this demographic would like.
Yep.
Here is a cute main character and her cute friend.
Oh, yeah.
And here is the generic brother character who is supposed to probably represent the person watching the show.
Yeah.
And be like, and you're supposed to be like, oh, I wish I had a cute little sister like her, blah, blah, blah. And like, all this stuff. But other than that, there's nothing. It's just 3 episodes of her being a brat and trying to get her, like, pretty much extort her brother to buy things for her. And that's the show.
Yeah.
Again, to be fair, I've only watched 3 episodes. It didn't catch me, and I don't know if there's a story beyond that.
I don't think so.
Because there was, like, a whole thing with, like, her friend has a crush on her brother.
Yeah.
Because he's really nice to her.
Yeah.
But, like, he's older. He's, like, a full-time job, and she's in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and, like, I didn't see any sort of story development. Like, it doesn't seem like she's trying to grow as a person at all.
Yeah.
It's just, like, she knows she's hot shit. And, like, when people come over, she changes her mood. Like, stuff gets cleaned, boxes get thrown out. But she also knows that she can do whatever she wants when her brother's around, and she can just get away with everything.
And her brother just does this for her?
Yeah, and he tries to reform her, but he always fails.
Yeah.
And it's just not... It's not good. There's no substance. There's barely any style. I like the intro song. That's pretty cool. The intro song's pretty sick.
Okay.
Other than that, though, it's like, I don't recommend it. It's not a good show.
Damn.
I don't... Yeah. I understand why there's all these pictures on Twitter of people like, oh, look, it's so cute, or using her as meme pictures. Yeah. But, like, I can't...
I think this show is kind of like the Kardashians.
It's the Kardashians of anime. It
is the guilty pleasure.
It's junk food.
Yeah.
I've also had those guilty pleasures. Like, I really liked... it was the same studio that did K-On!, but it was about a girl who helped her parents run a mochi store.
Yeah.
And she was just, like, cute, and, like, there's, like, a talking bird in it. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is just fun. But there was, like, a through line of a story there. This one just, like, I'm a brat. Let me show you how much of a brat I am. And then the good... Okay, so that's that. And then the good anime was... Here we go. I finished... what's it called? My high school romantic comedy is not what I expected.
It's Snafu.
Well, in the show it says it's not what I expected, but...
It's officially localized as Snafu.
Okay.
Unless you have someone else's subs.
I have a sub.
Okay.
I have a sub.
Okay.
I'll say that.
Okay.
I have a sub. And that show's super good.
I told you.
Me and a friend just marathon that show.
That's good.
Hardcore.
Good.
And I finished the last episode last night.
Yeah. Of season 1, you mean, right?
Of season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was kind of an anticlimactic ender.
Yeah.
They had the athletic festival.
Yeah.
And he... Well, yeah, you've talked about... I'm not going to go into the show too deep.
Yeah.
Because you've talked about it a lot. But yeah, everything you said is true. Like, that show's real.
Yeah, it's real. It's not even anime.
It's just real. It's just real life.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, it's really interesting conversation. Because if you watch this with someone and you have opposite opinions on what's happening,
it makes for depending on who you side with.
Yeah. There's a lot of...
have you had that?
I've had these conversations.
Jeez.
It's fun.
So where were you? You were on the side of the dude?
I'm on the side of the dude.
All right.
Where, like, there are actual situations that happen to him.
Yeah.
Where there are actual situations, like...
I told you. Doesn't it just remind you of, like, yourself sometimes?
Yeah, it's just...
And it's almost embarrassingly so, because now you see where you went wrong.
Yes. So, like, I look at him, and, like, there was one line about... he was like... someone said, like, why can't you be more adult in this situation? Yeah. And he's like, what are you talking about? I did underhanded dirty tricks. Yeah. I lied.
Yeah.
I just straight up did things I wasn't supposed to. I acted like an adult. And then someone's like, that's a sad vision of adults.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm like, that's my vision of adults.
Yeah.
Or just situations with him and like watching other people in a classroom, right? It's the whole thing of like, I should do something. And when you try to do something, eventually your reclusiveness sets in and you're like, oh, I'll just go back to being like disappearing pretty much.
I'll just keep my head on my desk.
Yeah. And it's just real.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. I didn't think it hit, like you said it would like hit
hard.
hard.
You, yeah.
I just didn't know how much.
Yeah.
Right? My other friend, she identifies with the red-haired girl a lot.
Floater.
The floater.
The Blaven.
Yeah, the Blaven.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just like, everybody has their problems. And even though none of the problems are really delved in super deep, they all have equal amount of time. So you don't feel any of the characters are left out. And also you feel like you know just enough about the characters to where you care.
Yeah.
Right. They never take away focus from one character to focus on another character. It's always a unit. It's always them dealing with it as this club.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that show.
So I gotta know, what did you like more about it? The cynical comedy side, or like when it gets real?
I think the thing is that the cynical comedy, because I what is it? I aligned with him more.
Yeah.
The cynical comedy played into the realness, right?
Okay.
For me, it was like I always used cynical comedy as a thing to avoid talking about those real things, right?
Yeah. To sidestep reality?
To sidestep reality. I was be like, I'm over here, or whatever. Like, I understand this is happening and I acknowledge it, but I'm not going to take part in it.
Okay.
Right? And so it plays off each other. Yeah. I don't think you could have that realness without the cynical side.
Yeah.
Or at least I don't think the realness would hit as hard without it.
Okay. It'd be interesting what you see what season 2 is like, because it definitely it leans more towards just the more real scenarios.
Okay.
And something you need to pay attention to is the show takes place from the perspective of, what's his name again?
Hiki? I know his nickname is Hiki, but
Hikigaya.
Hikigaya.
Yeah, it's from his perspective, so you only ever get his thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But the second season, it's really smart the way it does it. Like in high school, you only ever know about your own thoughts, and you're only ever focused enough on yourself. Even though you think you know what your friends are, their problems, chances are you will completely forget about them.
Mm.
And that's something that this show does really well in the second season, in that you're very entertained and distracted by his problems.
Yeah.
That you kind of... Like, they hint enough about the other characters' issues, but you never really understand, or you get to the depth of their problems.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's good. I love the Ice Queen there.
She's really funny.
Yeah, she's hilarious. She's so blunt, and it's just like, you're the best.
No, there was my two favorite scenes in the first season was the first when they were at the camp.
Yeah.
And she comes out at night talking about how she out-argued someone and made her cry.
Yeah. And
I was like, oh man, that truly shows. Like, it truly shows who this person is.
Yeah.
Right? And then the second one was at the last episode when Hiki went to go find the girl who's running as the athletics festival director.
You're right. Yeah.
Who kept pawning off the work on Ice Queen.
Yeah.
And he's just like, listen, I don't even care about you, and I found you. Doesn't that kind of mean that nobody was looking for you and nobody cares?
That's fucked.
And I was just like, oh man!
Yeah.
That was a moment where there have been situations in my life where I wish I said that kind of shit to a person.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm just like...
Because you know that's not
but he just has no soul. He's just like, take this, right? And just like destroys her. And even the guy, the popular dude who's super nice all the time was just like, you better fucking stop right now.
Yeah.
Or else it's going down.
Yeah.
Right? That scene really, really hit home.
Yeah.
Like it really kind of the last episode really cemented how much I like this show.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, that athletic dude,
he tries so hard, right? To be friends with everybody. There was an episode where all of his friends were infighting when he wasn't around because everyone wanted to be his friend.
That was I was like, I know so many situations where there is one person literally just is the glue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when that glue is gone,
it's like, what happens to
right? And there's it breaks down high school cliques.
Yeah.
In an almost scientific way. And even if you can't relate to any of these three characters, you can still appreciate how in depth they go into social aspects of high school life.
Yeah. It does a very good job at, like, if you've been in high school, then this is something you...
Yeah. The only way this show does not relate to you is if you've never been in high school.
Yeah, if you somehow dropped out before high school.
Yeah.
And then...
That's the only way this show doesn't make sense to you.
Yeah.
And, like, there's the whole thing of, like, oh, it's a Japanese high school, so they have, like, there's weird cultural stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, you can still be like, no, this is just high school, man. High school is high school.
Yeah. It's fucked. It is kind of fucked how real that show is. Like,
I kind of just want to marathon season 2. Like, I just want to go.
It's pretty good. But you have to watch with someone, so you can't.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
That's good, yeah. But yes, I take it you found it interesting hearing this perspective of the other types of people.
Yeah, of like the floaters, or like
yeah.
Like I pretty much exclusively only sided with Hickey.
Yeah.
Because I was that type of person in high school.
Yeah.
But seeing perspectives of other people from other sides, like my friend, like she kind of was like Ice Queen and floater.
Yeah.
Right, and she kind of related to both of them.
Yeah. She
kind of thinks the Ice Queen's a total bitch, but like there are some points that she makes that are just legit, and you can't refute that.
That's what makes her a bitch.
I know, right? But yeah, it gives you a different perspective, and it makes me at least think back of like.
So like, can you put like people in those archetypes? Now
I can
that you
put
know?
People in those archetypes 100% because I was that person. Like, I was by myself. I did a lot of stuff by myself, and I was a people watcher.
Yeah,
I saw what made each group tick.
Yeah,
and I can think of names in my head. Like I actually went and got my high school yearbook.
Yeah,
and I just flipped through the pages after watching that last thing, and I'm like, okay,
what a trip.
This person's here. This person's here. Like I can understand like where they're coming from, why they're doing that, but that's not something I can reasonably expect my 16-year-old self to understand, right? So it's like,
no,
you can't just blame yourself to be like, well, I'm an idiot, but like, no, like at that time, that's who you were, right? Yeah. You only have this in retrospect, and also because the show is being like, hey, remember all these things, I'm going to forcibly make you remember.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
It is.
It might...
Ignore the title, just watch it.
Yeah, it's got that stupid thing of like, long titles are popular now, and I'm just like...
Long, like, really dumb titles.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What's the one, it's not my fault that... Or it's your guys' fault that I'm unpopular?
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, that kind of stuff. Like, I don't really like those titles at all.
Yeah, like, one of the shows me and TJ, like, loved last year was, Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
And apparently that's not what that show's about at all.
No, not at all. So. Yeah.
Yeah, this might, like, in terms of drama anime, this might be, like, one of my favorite.
Yeah, it's definitely up there on my list as like, an all-time classic. But cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did really enjoy it. I'll just say, I feel that this story is timeless.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing in this show that makes it. In the same way but different that I find Cowboy Bebop timeless.
Yeah.
Of, like, sure, you can go back and be like, oh, this animation's old. But this story holds up through the times. There's nothing that's referential about it. Yeah. It's just real. It's just It's just life.
Yeah, because it doesn't focus on like the time or anything significant to culture at that point. It's just the situations that will pop up year after year with every new batch of kids.
And then, like, even though you're an adult, you're gonna watch. Like, if you have kids, you're gonna watch your kids do the same. You're gonna watch younger kids make the same mistakes. Yeah. It's so real. Yeah. It's like kind of it's the best and worst descriptor I can give it.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you don't watch it, that means nothing to you. But if you do watch it, it means everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah, kind of like high school. Shit only matters when you're there. Yep.
It's really good.
It's good. Yeah. I have one more anime I'll talk about. Okay. I watched this with my sister. And this one's called Dagashi Kashi.
Bishibashi?
No. I think it's Dagashi. Not Dangashi. It's Dagashi.
Okay, sorry. Speaking of weird Japanese words, what is, in Stride, what's the sport that he was talking about, that he's not good at, the sport that makes him go bidibashi or something? Or, like...
What the fuck?
He was trying to give back the handkerchief in the first episode to the girl, and he's like, oh yeah, I want to try all the sports except for the one that makes me go like bitty body or whatever. He made like a sound effect.
I don't know. I think
kabaddi. It was like kabaddi.
Kabaki?
I think so.
I don't know what it is.
Okay, whatever. Yeah. Continue.
Yeah, dangashi, or dagashi, I think it is... I think it's not defined, but like it's known as like penny candies or cheap candies that you'd find in like a convenience store.
All right.
And this is basically, it takes place in the country. There's a small little candy store shop. They only sell cheap candies. That's it. Like that's it. Nothing else. It's just all types of Japanese snacks and shit.
Nice.
It's a dumb scenario. Some girl from a large food corporation. She's the daughter of the CEO. She comes to this little shop to try and get the owner to work for her dad. And he's like, no, this is my legacy. This store is my life. But if you can find someone to replace me, then sure, I'll go. No problem. And at the same time, he also has a son. The shop owner has a son who really wants to get into becoming a manga artist or something.
All right.
But the dad's like, you have no talent. Just own my shop. Please. Please. Who's going to carry on my legacy?
Okay.
Anyway, so you can see where it goes. So she ends up, when she learns it, she's like, so I guess got to get the son to take over the shop, and then the dad will work for my dad.
Okay.
That's the whole premise. But other than that, it's slice of life.
All right.
And the show is literally about breaking down and examining all the different types of Japanese snacks.
Really? Yeah. That's not what I expected.
Yeah, that's
okay.
All, that's all, like, two, like, just ridiculous levels. And maybe also cheap toys and stuff you'll find at these type of stores. So, and it really makes me wish that I grew up, like, a part of me grew up Japanese, just so, like, you know, like, there's cultural things, like, when we were kids, everybody knew what pixie sticks were, or, like, those type of candies.
Do you ever have, was it Cobra Venom?
Yeah,
that liquid gel thing, yeah.
So it just makes me wish that I grew up Japanese, so I knew all the stuff they're talking about.
All right.
Because when we were in Japan, we had that, like, giant Cheeto, right?
Yeah.
Like I think they're called umaibo.
Yeah.
And they're, like, different flavors and stuff. So, like, the first episode deals with that, and it's like, this is umaibo. It's great because it costs 5 yen, and they're like, what's a common problem in Japan when you want 2 different international flavors? I want pizza from Italy, but I also want, I don't know, ribs from Texas.
Okay.
Well, guess what?
Pizza ribs.
You take both of these and at the same time, right? And then she's like, no, you make me a combination I would love. And she just loves to eat.
Okay.
She's also like this really gorgeous maid anime character.
All right.
But that's all it's about. Like,
cool.
That's it. She goes through like this one candy that looks like a lifesaver, but it actually is a candy that you can whistle with. Like, it makes a whistle sound.
Huh.
Then you eat it. They go through their version of Pogs.
I thought you were going to say Pocky.
No, Pogs. Like, you know, slam down.
Yeah.
But there's cards. And they go through all the different techniques of slamming that card.
Huh.
Like, insane depths. Of just like, you hold it at the corner, I see, you must be master. Or they'd be like, you hold it like a ninja. This is the cool pose, but actually doesn't offer that much power.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. But you know, it's my refresher for when I watch too much real anime.
And you're like, I need to just back off.
And just watch something that's dumb.
Okay.
That's what it's for. But yeah, no.
I remembered one thing.
Tell me.
Super quick. I finished Gundam The Origin. The final volume. Oh! The final volume of the manga came out.
Yeah.
And it all wraps up.
You ready to start Gundam?
Yo! Char's so cool.
Isn't he?
He's so cool.
Isn't he?
They're, I'm not gonna spoil it. Fuck it. I'll tell you afterwards, because you know it, but people here might not know it. But, man, that series is great. The final volume is actually, half of the volume is the ending of the manga, and the other half are side story comics that came out in like art book collections, and they put them in. So you see like after the war, like what people are doing and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah,
neat.
It's really good.
12
volumes.
Char's the best.
Yeah, 12 volumes, all super nice hardcover. I think they Vertical published them. They're
Vertical or Vertigo?
Vertical.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So Vertical published. They're the same. I also finished Chi Sweet Home. Chi Sweet Home also finished.
Oh, okay.
And it has 12 volumes.
Okay.
And it's also sad. It's good.
Don't cry.
Man, I did a lot this week, actually. I was very productive this week.
That's good.
I'm almost done Sailor Moon. Yeah.
Wow.
It's good stuff.
Oh, good for you. And this definitely shows that you did a lot of stuff, because we are at 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Dang.
So let's get out of here.
Yep.
Back next week. And till then, have a good week, guys.
See ya.